Okay. So as I said, what we're going to do today is we're going to learn how to download prices manually from Yahoo Finance. What's good with the quant mode package in R is that we can automatically get this using the quant mode package, using the get symbols. But it's also important for us to know how to manually download the price, this stock prices, and then we're going to create a portfolio using Excel. And then we're going to compare it with how we got with the codes that we are running in R. So let's open Yahoo Finance. Yahoo Finance. Google natin Yahoo Finance. And then, here, buksan natin si Yahoo Finance. Okay. So tell me kung nagawa mo na yan, no?
Sir, meron na po.
Meron na. Okay. So, ang hahanapin natin, no? For example, dito sa search bar ni Yahoo Finance, search for new symbols or companies. Unahin natin si Facebook, FB. Okay? So FB, kita natin yan, equity, FB yung ticker symbol niya. Click natin. Okay. So do you have this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we see some information about the about Facebook. No? Ito yung price, closing price as of 4 p.m. Yesterday. Okay, so the price dropped by 2.92%. Okay, and then we can get more information about this dito sa historical data. Okay, if we click this, historical data, okay, kita mo yung prices, no? Prices dito. Okay, got this?
Yes, sir.
Tapos, time period natin, ang ginamit natin, di ba, January 15. Start date natin, January 1, 2015. Hanggang gawin na lang natin, end of the, yung 12, 31, 2020. Okay. Up to the end of 2020. Tapos yung sa R, ang gagawin natin, ipapareho natin yung date para we can compare it. Yung sa R, madali na naman natin i-run yun. Okay, so done. Okay, so yung time period na January 1, 2015 hanggang December 31, 2015 to 2020. And then frequency natin, daily. Okay, daily. And then, i-apply natin, apply. Okay, so ganyan yung mangyayari sa kanya, no? And then pwede mo na i-download. So when you download this, okay, magkakaroon ng CSV file dito, comma separated value. Click natin. Okay. Ito lalabas yung downloaded prices ni no? Ni Facebook, no? Okay, pwede natin tong move or copy. Mag-ano tayo ng isang, nag-open ako kanina ng folder na na isang Excel na na workbook. Pwede kong i-copy doon. Wala pang name yun, kaya book 1, move to end, create a copy. Alam mo naman to, di ba? Kung paano mag-create or mag-copy ng worksheet sa another Excel worksheet. Do you know how?
Sir.
Okay, sige. So, in-okay ko siya. Okay, so andito si FB, no? Andito si FB. So, ang gagawin ko, okay, copy ko siya. Lalagay ko dito, rename. Ito na yung magiging portfolio. Tapos, tatanggalin ko yung open, high, low, close. delete ko yan, pati yung volume, delete, and then lalagay ko FB. Yan. So these are the adjusted closing prices of FB. So andito pa rin yung original, andito yung portfolio. So ang gagawin natin, i-collect natin lahat ng mga stocks na to. Apple, Amazon, yan. Tapos i-copy mo dito sa portfolio yung mga closing prices nila. Okay, so let me illustrate the second one. No? So yung susunod, Apple. So we go again to Yahoo Finance, AAPL, okay, Apple, yan. Okay, same. You go to historical prices, historical data, same period, 01, 01, 2015, hanggang 12, 31, 2020. Okay, done. Daily, apply. Kailangan i-apply muna natin yung time period na changes natin. And then, download natin. So once again, pag dinownload natin, open natin to. And then, i-move or copy natin dun sa book 1, sa akin book 1. Then maybe before sheet, bago mag-portfolio, create a copy. Okay. Okay. So pinapopulate natin yung Excel natin, no? Tanggalin ko yung pangalan dito na Apple. Okay. Tapos I'll just copy this. Control C. Ilagay ko siya dito sa ano. And then this is Apple, AAPL. Okay. Pareho naman kasing date yung inano natin, yung dina-download. Kaya pareho yan. Okay, you get me, Luisa?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'll give you ilang minutes para ma-download to mga to. Amazon, Netflix, Intel, MS, Tesla, Adobe, Cisco, and Alibaba. Five minutes, kaya?
Pwede ba 10, sir?
Pwedeng 9? Oo naman, ikaw naman, no?
Yes,
Pwede, siyempre. Inaano ko lang yung ano. Sige. Uy, huwag ka masa-stress, Luisa, ha? Nag-iisa kong estudyante lang kita, kaya ano lang tayo, yung parang friendly na, ano lang tayo, friendly conversation, ha? Okay.
Okay, sir.
Sige, 10 minutes. Ipapost ko mo itong recording, ha? Para hindi sayang yung ano natin, yung recording.
Sige po.
Okay, sige. So, chat mo ko kung ano na, kung ready ka na, ha? Sige. Pause ko muna. Okay, can you see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you should have the same data, no? Facebook, Apple, Amazon, Netflix, Intel, Microsoft, Tesla, Adobe, Cisco, and Alibaba Holding. Okay, you have the same?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I still have the different prices here, but we already collected it and placed adjusted prices here in one worksheet. Okay, so how do we now? Okay, how do we now? Maybe let's create. Let's copy this. And then rename this as portfolio returns. Okay, what we're going to do now is to have compute for the returns. para ma-retain lang natin tong prices na to, portfolio returns, I copied the worksheet and then renamed it portfolio returns. So do you know how to, okay, what are the different types of returns? So you can compute for the returns of this by either yung simple returns, simple, or what we sometimes call as your discrete. Ito yung ginawa natin dun sa sa R last time, yung may discrete returns. Discrete. Or we can make use of what we call continuously compounded. No? Continuously compounded returns. Yung continuously compounded returns, I'll show you in a while no, kung paano kino-compute to. Usually ito yung ginagamit, yung continuously compounded. Okay, first yung discrete, very simple lang. Yung discrete returns natin is equal to, for example, for Facebook, it's equal to the current price divided by the previous price. So if you take a look at January 2 and January 5, ang current dito yung January 5. Yung later price divided by the previous price, which is this one. Okay, and then minus 1. Okay, it's negative kasi bumaba yung price from 78 naging 77, ba? So, yun ang yun ang simple return, which is price at time t divided by price at time t minus 1 and then everything is minus 1. Ayusin ko lang tong, so let's make this control 1 subscript. Okay, also this one control 1 subscript. Okay, you see the formula here, Luisa?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so it's just P sub t, price at time t, over price at time t minus 1. Yung price before no t minus 1. So that's what we call simple returns. So ito yung mga returns natin. These are our returns. Simple returns, or yung pangalawa, it's continuously compounded. So it's just the log of P sub t, log of copy natin to. Para maayos yung okay, so yung simple returns, price at time t over price at time t minus 1. So this is just the ordinary growth rate lang to. No? It's just the ordinary growth rate or the growth rate. Ito naman, log ng price at time t over price at time t minus 1. So usually sa finance, ang ginagamit yung continuously compounded kasi may distinct advantage yung continuously compounded. Okay, so that's what we're going to use here. So the return between two periods, daily returns to, this will be equal to, log, ang log natin ln, no? Natural logarithm. ln of this divided by this. Okay. So, iyan natin, i-format, control 1. Kahit 4 decimal, or 5 decimal places na lang.
Sir, yung
Wait.
ln,
Oo.
A3 pa ba?
Sorry?
Because yung formula niyo po sa sa log, you use the date po.
Ay, date ba ginamit ko? Ay,
Yes,
sorry.
sir.
Kaya pala sabi ko, ba't mali yata? Kasi dapat negative dapat yung ano dito eh. Oh, sorry. Should be the price, no? This divided by this. Sabi ko, ba't naging positive? Teka muna, sabi ko may mali ito. Ayan, okay? So, kung i-compare natin sa nalagay ko lang dito this divide by this minus 1, simple returns, no? Okay? Halos pareho lang naman. Okay? Mas maliit usually si log returns. Negative siya, no? Mas maliit to. Okay. So we use the continuously compounded returns. Okay. So we can now copy this hanggang dulo. Dali. Ulit. Control Z. Ay, hindi umano. Para makopy ko, delete ko muna to. Yan. Insert ako dito. Okay, so you have it now?
Wait, sir.
Sige. Ang ginawa ko, tinanggal ko yung space dito para I can copy the formula down quickly. Kasi pag may space dito, hindi mo siya pwede maklik to, hindi mo siya pwede makopy automatically.
Meron na po, sir.
Meron na?
Meron na po.
Okay. So, notice, magkakaroon tayo ng isang blanco sa baba, no? Ito. Kasi wala nang, itong date na to, wala na siyang wala na siyang yung mas naunang price, no? Okay, so if you have 100 prices, you'll only have 99 returns. Okay, so what we're going to do is highlight natin to lahat. Okay. And then copy natin para mawala yung formula kasi i-delete natin tong prices eh. Ang kailangan lang talaga natin yung copy, control C, and then right click, yung yung values lang, no? You just copy the values. Okay, para mawala yung ginagamit mo, Mac or or Windows? Okay.
Windows.
So nung kinopy paste natin, copy values, nawala na yung formulas, di ba? Okay. Sige, pag may question, sabi mo lang. So you have the returns already?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let's delete this. Delete na lang natin to, Hindi naman natin kailangan yung date. Okay. Delete natin to. So we just need the returns. And then we need to delete yung nasa ilalim. Tapos dito ko nila ilagay ito. Control C. So we will be needing space here. Delete ko na lang to. Yan. Okay? So you now have your portfolio returns. Ito na yung portfolio returns natin. Okay, continuously compounded returns, log returns. Okay, ano nga pala ang difference ng log at saka ln? Natural log. Ang log, ang base nito, ang base is equal to 10. Ang ln naman, ang base is equal to, alam mo ba yung e, Luisa?
Epsilon?
Exponential e.
No, sir.
E exponential is a number. No? It's an irrational number. It's a transcendental number. Parang pi siya. Ang pi kasi is equal to pi. Okay, di ba? 3.1415. Pero actually, walang katapusan yung pi. No? It's a non-repeating, non-terminating number. It's an irrational number. Ganon din si e. It's equal to exp 1. Yan, e. exp sa Excel. So it's equal to 2.7, 18, 28, etc. No? Kapareho ni pi yan na, na walang katapusan. Walang non-repeating, non-terminating yung number na yan. Okay, so si log, pag ginamit natin log, ang base niya 10. Pag ln naman, ang base niya yung e, ito. Sa R, pag sinabi mong log, ang assumption nun, ang base niya yung e. Kaya medyo iba yung paggamit ng log sa R. Okay. So based on this, ang gagawin kasi natin, okay, kukompute natin returns ng portfolio natin. Okay, so let me copy this first. Control C, Control V. Okay. And then let's identify here the weights. Ibig sabihin, ilang percent ng investment natin ang pinasok natin kay FB, kay Apple. So initially, let's make it equally weighted, no? So 1 over, ilan ba to? So 10 to eh, no? 1 over the count of this one. And then if you fix natin, M1 to V1. Is equal to 1 over count, ilan yung, okay, and then i-fix ko siya. Ay, mali. 1 over count M1 V1. Tama. Bakit ano? Ay, count A dapat. Kasi hindi siya numbers eh. Yan. Okay, pause muna ako. May question ba?
None, sir.
Okay. So, ang question, kung 10% sila, what will be your a portfolio return? A portfolio return. So, paano natin mako-compute yun? Naalala mo yung formula natin? Formula ng portfolio return. I-ano ko lang tong engage ko lang
Wait. Di ba, sir, yung weight times the return?
Yun. Oo, correct, no? I-ano ko lang tong digital pen na para makapagsulat ako. Okay. So you're correct, no? Uh, ang portfolio return, so return ng portfolio, let's call it R sub P, return ng portfolio is equal to summation ng weight ng asset times return ng asset. Okay, so we have 10 assets, Facebook, Apple, Amazon, Netflix, etc. No? So, alam na natin yung weights. Alam natin yung weights. Ang tanong, ano yung return ng asset na to? Okay, so to compute for the return ni Facebook, ni Apple, meron tayong daily returns, di ba? Kukunin lang natin average ng returns na yan. Okay? We will get the average return. Okay, so how do we do that? So, meron na tayong returns na to, we'll just get the average of that. Okay, but before we do that, lagyan natin ng pangalan. Do you know how to give names to groups of cells?
No, sir.
No, sige, turuan kita ha. Ito, gusto ko, itong set ng returns na to, we're going to give it a name para mas madali yung mga formulas natin. I'm going to call this Facebook, itong set ng returns na to. Si Apple naman, I'll call it, itong returns na to, yung daily returns na to, we're going to call it Apple, etc. So how do I give this rows, this vector of numbers? Okay, how do I give that a name na FB? Sa Excel, madali yan. Highlight lang natin lahat. Okay. Highlight. And then, may function tayo, Control-Shift-F3. Okay, sige nga, ano mo yung Control-Shift-F3? Okay, was this generated?
Control Shift F3, sir.
Ano no? Control-Shift-F3.
Pakay sa akin, sir.
Ayaw?
Opo.
Control-Shift. Yung F3 mo, na ano ba, nakakulay blue yan?
No, sir. Meron na po.
Meron na. Ano nangyari?
Create names from selection. May
Oo.
tab na lumabas.
Pero Control-Shift-F3 yung pinindot mo.
Yes po.
Or, kasi ang long ano niyan talaga, hindi dito yan sa home. Formulas ba? Formulas. Ito to. Yan. Tapos yun, no? Yan. Create from selection, di ba? Nakita mo yun? Control-Shift-F3.
Yes po.
Yan. So, yun ang shortcut. But you can get it from formulas, tapos define name, create names from selection. Okay, but you have to first highlight, no? Kung ano yung bibigyan mo ng pangalan. Okay, so Control-Shift-F3. Okay, sabi ni Excel, create names from the values in the, asan daw yung pangalan? Nahulaan niya na tama. Tama to, top row. Yung pangalan natin nasa top row. Okay, so i-okay natin to. Okay. All right. What happened? If you click this, if you click the name box, ano nakita mo?
The names of the sir.
Oo. Tapos i-click mo kunyari si Apple. Click natin to. Okay. Hinighlight niya. Yun. Si Apple daw is equal to this row of numbers, a column of numbers. Tama?
Yes, sir.
So, kunyari, pupunta ako dito is equal to AAPL. Okay. Kita mo, hinighlight niya, di ba, kung sino yung AAPL na yan. Okay? Luisa, okay?
Okay, sir.
Oo. So, sige. So, dito, pwede na natin magamit yan. Is equal to average. Average ni, no? Average ni.
FB.
Oh, kaso hindi niya nababasa to, di ba? M1 eh, oh. Pero alinagay natin dyan, FB. Paano kaya niya mababasa yan?
Do you type FB, sir? Saan?
Ha? Oh, pag i-type natin si FB, pwede rin, no? Average ni FB. Yan, kasi may FB dyan, di ba? Yan. Tama?
Yes,
So, nung
sir.
tinype natin si FB, so ang mangyayari yan, hindi ka na mag-highlight, no? Hindi ka na mag-highlight ng ano ng mga range ng ano na yan. Kaso ang problema, iisa-isahin natin yan kasi si Apple AAPL, no? Di ba? You got me?
Yes, sir.
So, kung tutuusin, mas madali pa yung isa is equal to average nito. Kaso inano niya si FB, di ba? Right? Pag highlight mo yung prices ngayon, bibigyan niya yung pangalan niya, FB. So, anong problem natin nito? Hindi natin pwedeng madrag. Diba? Kasi, nakafix yung FB dyan eh. So, pag, alam nga naman, iisa-isa natin na ipapangalan yung yung, di ba? Kuha.
Yes, sir.
Magkakaroon tayo ng 10 formulas, matagal yon. So how can we now ask Excel to read this FB na to? Okay, there's a function called indirect, no? Indirect. Okay, then dito, yan. So ang gagawin niya, kung ano man laman ng M1 na yan, yung indirect function, parang babasahin niya. Ano yung ibig sabihin ng M1 na yan? Kaya kung i-highlight mo to, oops. Tingnan natin ha. Indirect FB, close, Control Enter. And then if I copy this, okay, ano nangyari? Let's check. Average ni AAPL. Okay. Tama, Luisa? You want me to repeat?
Yes, sir.
Sige. So, ang problema kasi natin, hindi natin basta-basta pwedeng mai-ano to sa mailagay diyan, ano? Average ni M1. Hindi niya maintindihan 'yan. Ano yung FB na 'yan? Excel will not understand what this character is, FB. Although may object tayo, di ba, na FB. May object tayo na FB and it means this one. Kaso, hindi natin basta-basta pwedeng i-link siya dun sa FB dito. Tapos, naiintindihan kagad ni Excel na yung FB na to is equal to the FB here. Hindi ganun. So, we have to type, one choice is to type it, FB. And lalabas dito yung name range na to na FB. No? Okay? Enter. Ang problema, hindi natin pwede madrag kasi lahat yan FB eh. Diba? Gusto ko si Apple naman. Kung iisa-isahin naman natin yan, matagal. AAPL. Matagal, no? Tapos ito, Amazon na naman. No? So, we can still ask Excel to read this. Kaso, gagamit tayo ng indirect function. So, is equal to average. Then, the function indirect, okay, babasahin ni Excel tong M1 na to, okay? Tapos, babasahin niya to as anong object this represents. Okay? So, Control Enter. And then, copy it to the right. Okay. So, ang formula natin, average ng indirect ni N1, ibig sabihin, babasahin niya itong text na to as to what this object refers to, which is yung returns natin na to. Yung returns na to. Okay, so we got the answer, no? Isang formula lang. Okay, clear so far?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So with that, makukompute natin yung portfolio returns natin. So ang portfolio returns natin is simply but this times this plus this times this, ito na yun, no? Diba? Tama? Anong formula kaya yan? Kino-compute mo, Luisa?
Wait lang, sir. May problema po dun sa ano ko.
Saan?
I think nagmi-missing yung isang value ng Netflix ko.
Sige nga. Sige, i-resolve mo na yan. You need my help on that?
I think kaya ko po naman, sir.
Sige, ano yung muna i-resolve mo, ha?
Okay na, sir.
Okay na?
Okay na po.
Okay, so, alright, meron ka ng average return per asset. Meron na rin tayong weights. So if we apply this formula, return of the portfolio is equal to summation ng weight times return. So isa-isahin natin yan, di ba? This times this, this times this, this times this. Di ba? And then we're going to add it. Correct?
Yes, sir.
So anong formula pwede natin gamitin sa Excel? Is equal to? Pwede natin magamit yung sum product formula. Kasi ang gagawin niya, ipa-product niya yan, i-multiply niya, then isa-sum up niya. Okay, so that will be array1, array2. Yan. So mangyayari niyan, ipa-product niya si 0.0082 times 0.10 plus 0.00111, yung return ni Apple times yung weight, return ni Amazon times weight, and then isa-sum up niyan. If you can see here, the hindi pala pwede mo superimpose. So gawin natin to siguro 1% lahat. Ay, huwag na lang. Decimal na lang muna. Decimal ko na lang muna. Babalik ko. Ito lang muna ipa-percent ko. So did you get 0.106%?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that's the return of the portfolio. No? Yun ang portfolio returns natin. Okay. So another way to do this is using matrix algebra. Okay, kailangan kasi familiar tayo sa matrix algebra. No? Okay, so sana yung review ko. So return of the portfolio is also equal to weight matrix times the return matrix. So matrix to di ba nagka-lesson tayo ng matrices, di ba sa Luisa?
Sa FINSTAD, sir.
Oh, sa FINSTAD, di ba? So if you recall, weight matrix, ito, 1 by 10 dapat to, 1 by 10. Tapos yung return matrix natin dapat 10 by 1. Okay? Multiplicable to?
Yes, sir.
Multiplicable siya. Ang resulting matrix is 1 by 1. Which is correct kasi ang return ng portfolio natin, isang element lang yan eh. Okay? So if you take a look at this, yung weight matrix natin dito, ito yung weight matrix natin. Ito. Ano yung dimension ng weight matrix? Dito sa ano natin dito sa because this is our weight matrix. Ito. This one. That's our weight matrix. Ano dimension niya?
1 by 1 din.
Ilang rows?
1 row.
1 row, ilang column? Ilang columns? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, di ba? So, ilang columns siya?
10 din. 10.
Oo, 1 by 10 siya. No? 1 by 10. Okay? So, okay lang yun kasi dapat yung weight matrix natin 1 by 10 talaga eh. Now, yung return matrix natin, anong dimension, anong size niya?
Same din.
Hindi, ito yung returns matrix natin. Ito, no? Ito, yung average returns. Ano siya? Ang returns natin dito is, tama ka, sorry. Ang returns matrix natin is 1 by 10. So, pwede ba natin ma-multiply yan?
Yes, sir.
Hindi. Tingnan mo, 10 at saka 1 to magkaiba, di ba? Right? Tama?
Yes, sir.
So either, baliktarin natin yung returns natin, no? Gawin natin 10 by 1. Para nakaganito siya, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nakababa, no? Pero hindi natin kailangan yon. Ang gawin na lang natin, yung R natin, yung returns matrix natin, 1 by 10 siya, di ba? Paano magiging paano siya magiging 10 by 1? Gawin natin W, weight matrix, tama na siya 1 by 10. Tapos si R, ang gagawin natin, ita-transpose natin. Naalala mo yung transpose?
I forgot kung paano na po,
Oo.
sir.
Ano, no? Sorry?
Nakalimutan ko na paano mag-transpose.
Ang transpose, ibabaliktad lang natin, no? Kunyari, si R, 1 by 10 siya. Pag transpose mo yan, magiging 10 by 1 siya. Okay? So, anong dimension ni weight matrix natin? 1 by 10. Si R transpose, magiging ano siya? Si R kasi, 1 by 10 din. Pag transpose natin si R, magiging
10 by 1.
10 by 1. Yun. So, multiplicable na ba siya?
Yes, sir.
Pwede na. Yun. Okay? So, ganito. So, kailangan natin i-multiply natin, matrix multiplication to. I-multiply natin si weight matrix, meron naman tayong weight matrix, at saka si transpose ng R. No? Ito yung returns matrix natin eh. Okay, so let's do that. So this is another way to compute your portfolio returns is equal to, sa Excel, ang matrix multiplication is mmult. Yan. If you recall that, no? mmult. So ano yung multiply natin? Weight matrix. This is your weight matrix. Diba? Tapos comma, ano yung pangalawa? Transpose ni R. So dapat ita-transpose natin si R. Yan, transpose of yung returns. Yan, sige. Tapos pag ganyan, pag matrix multiplication, ano dapat ipe-press mo?
Control and
Control Shift Enter. Sige, try that.
zero point 00106.
Yun, pareho. Control Shift Enter. O, gawin mo siyang percentage. Kung percent, dagdagan mo ng ano, it's the same. It's the same. Whether you use the scalar multiplication lang na sum product or you use matrix multiplication. Okay? So may advantage ang alam natin yung matrix multiplication. Lalo na pag nag-compute tayo, in a while, magko-compute tayo ng risk, no? Ang hirap gawing ano niyan, ang hirap i-compute yan ng manually. Okay. So clear na tayo, Luisa? So we now know how to compute for the returns of a portfolio. Ang next question ngayon, kasi yung, have you heard of the mean variance? And have you heard of Markovitch portfolio theory?
No, sir.
Hindi pa na-discuss yun sa ano. Saan na kayo kay Sir Tyron? Saan na kayo sa investment?
As of now, he's teaching the Kellington theory.
Kellington theory.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Hindi nyo pa na-discuss si Markovitch.
Not yet.
Okay. For your benefit na rin din, medyo i-research mo rin to, ha? Saan na to? Sulat ko na lang para as finance student, kailangan alam natin tong itong si Markovitch, no? Nobel Prize winner to. Markovitch. Portfolio theory, MPT. Ninok na siya. Theory. Okay. So, dito yung mean variance. Okay, mean is your return, average return, variance is your risk. So dito nakukuha yung principle ng risk and return principle. So we were able to already compute for the returns. Now let's compute for the risk. Yung risk, okay, so ilagay ko lang yung formula. So galing kay Markovich to, no? So how do you now compute for the risk? Risk is defined by the variance or the standard deviation. Okay, I'll not go into the details, pero ang risk, no, it's equal to, you compute for it by the weight and then the variance, covariance, and then the weight. Okay, so kailangan natin to weight matrix. Meron na tayong weight matrix, variance, covariance, and then the weight matrix. Okay, so ang risk, isang measurement lang din yan. So kunyari ito, if this is 1 by 10, yung variance, covariance, ilan yung assets natin? 10 by 10, no? Kasi 10 assets tayo. No? So, multiplicable ba to? Luisa? Oh, multiplicable kasi 10 pareho at saka 10, di ba? Ang resultant matrix natin 1 by 10. Tapos yung weight matrix natin dapat, okay, para maging multiplicable siya dito, dapat 10 din to. So this now becomes 10 by 1. So in other words, yung weight matrix natin should be the transpose. Okay, so yun ang formula in matrix form. Weight times the variance, covariance times the transpose. No? So this is also another way to write this is variance is equal to double summation W sub I okay. So, hindi natin ano yung math nito, no? Pero as we continue, i-explain ko to. So, para ma-compute natin yung risk ng portfolio natin, kailangan natin, using matrix algebra, kailangan natin ma-define natin yung weight matrix natin, yung variance, covariance, at saka yung weight transpose. Meron naman tayong weight eh. Ang problema lang natin yung variance, covariance. So, in a nutshell, ano yung variance, covariance matrix? Ito isusulat para variance, covariance matrix, which is really very easy to do here in Excel. Okay. So meron tayong di ba? Meron tayong 10 stocks, no? Pakita ko lang yung first three. Ano yung una? FB, tapos ano yung susunod?
Apple, sir.
Apple.
Then Amazon.
And then Amazon. Okay. So dito, FB, Apple, Amazon. Ang ginagawa natin dito, Luisa, kaya ang tawag sa kanya variance, covariance is we're creating a matrix. No? Okay. Although sa atin 10 by 10 yan, ano? Ito. Okay. Ang kukunin natin, ano yung variance ni FB with FB? Okay. So we get the variance of FB with FB. Okay, we get the covariance of FB with FB. We get the covariance of FB with Apple. We get the covariance of FB with Amazon. What is the covariance of FB with FB? The covariance of an asset with itself is simply the variance. So ito variance to ni FB. Ito, FB and Apple. So that's the covariance of FB and Apple. Ito naman, covariance of FB and Amazon. Okay, so ganito lang siya. Kukunin natin yung variance at saka covariance. Okay, naalala mo yung formula ng variance? Luisa?
Wait lang, sir.
Diba? Yan ang formula ng variance. No? The variance is equal to, yung in this case, returns yung tinitingnan natin, returns minus the average return squared over n minus 1. Ang standard deviation, square root lang yan. Okay, so that's the variance. Now in Excel, you'll be surprised na napakadali niya. Okay, I have a few more minutes. So at least makompute natin yung variance, covariance, and then we just continue with this on Tuesday. No? Okay, so here, variance, covariance, isulat natin, variance, covariance. So i-copy natin to, Control C, Control V, copy natin to, Control C, dito naman pababa, and then ito, transpose natin. Okay, can you see this, Luisa?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we're going now to compute for the variance, covariance. Okay, ang dali talaga nito sa sa Excel. No? Very, very easy to do this in Excel. So, anong gagamitin natin? Gagamitin natin yung covariance na formula ni Excel. No? Meron siyang is equal to covar. Okay. Covariance P pag population, covariance S kung sample. Ano gagamitin natin? Population or sample?
Sample, sir.
Sample lang. Oo, sample. Ayan. Okay, covariance nino. So una, Facebook with Facebook. Tapos, i-drag natin to, Facebook with Apple, Facebook with Amazon, etc. Diba? So gusto natin gamitin tong FB na to. Eh kaso hindi naman natin pwede i-diretso na ganyan, di ba? So anong gagamitin natin? Yung parang kanina, indirect. Indirect ni FB. Okay? So that's the covariance of Facebook with comma, Facebook din. So indirect din, ito naman. Ayusin na natin formula natin. Okay, indirect ni Facebook, gusto natin pag kinopya natin to sa lahat ng cells dito, gusto natin dito lang siya gagalaw. No? Dapat hindi siya aalis sa column na to. Correct, Luisa?
Yes, sir.
So, how do we change this? Dapat naka-fix si
L.
F4. Oo, si L dapat. Yan. $L10. Para hindi siya aalis dito. Tapos dito naman sa M9, dapat naka-fix siya sa row 9, di ba? So F4 dapat $9 siya. Yan. Okay, yan lang. Isang formula lang na ganyan. Okay, tapos i-enter na natin siya. Enter. Okay. And then copy sa lahat. There. Gawin ko lang, sige, dagdagan natin ang ano. Yan. Okay, check natin. What is the covariance what's the covariance of Apple with FB? 0.0022. What's the covariance of FB with Apple? 0.002. Di ba pareho lang, oh? Tama, dapat pareho yan, no? Kasi the covariance of FB with Apple is the same as the covariance of Apple with FB. Apple, FB, ito. FB with Apple, ito. Okay, so mirror image yan. Tapos itong mga nasa diagonal natin, those are your variances. Okay? Time na, Luisa, pero isang ano lang isang ano na lang. So the variance, tapusin na natin to, then we'll continue with this next time. The variance of the risk of this portfolio is measured by the variance. Sabi natin, ang formula niyan, ito, no? It's your weight matrix times, i-multiply muna natin to, weight matrix times the variance covariance. Sige, type natin, is equal to M mult, weight matrix, this one, times your variance covariance, which is this one. Yan. Yun yung una, no? Yan yung una. Tapos, itong result nito, i-multiply pa natin sa transpose. Kaya ang gagawin natin dyan, mag-a-another M mult tayo, M mult. Kasi i-multiply natin yung result na to, kanino? Kay transpose ni weight matrix.
So, dalawang M mult, sir?
Dalawa. Kasi tingnan mo. Ito yung unang M mult, di ba? Ito. M mult yan. May isa ka pang i-multiply mo pa dito. No? Di ba? So, dapat dalawang M mult. This one, M mult. Tapos kung ano man yung result na to, M mult din with transpose. So, if you take a look at this formula, yan, dalawang M mult siya. Ito yung unang M mult. Tapos yung pangalawang M mult, whatever the result here is, i-matrix multiply natin with the transpose of the weight matrix. Okay? So Control Shift Enter. There you go. That's the risk of your portfolio. Okay? Gawin natin percent. So next meeting, i-ano natin to, tutuloy natin. Okay? So sa portfolio optimization, ang ginagawa, kasi inassume natin na 10% to eh. Ano kayang weights ang magbibigay sa atin ng pinakamataas na portfolio returns? Yun yung optimization na tinatawag natin. Ang hinahanap natin, anong combination ng mga assets natin? Tigta 10% ba dapat yan? Okay? Yun ang tanong. Or anong combination ng weights ng asset natin para pinaka-maximum yung portfolio returns natin? Okay?
Yes, sir.
Alright, sige. Reviewin mo tong model na to, Luisa, tapos itutuloy natin to. Mag-ano tayo ng optimization still using Excel. 'Di ba nakatulong yung di ba yung named ranges, 'di ba?
Yes, sir.
Isang formula lang tapos kuha mo kagad. Ang hirap kaya kunin ng variance covariance na 'yan. Biro mo sa atin isa lang, we just use the named ranges at saka indirect. Ang bilis, 'di ba? Less than 1 second. Isang formula na to tapos kuha na lahat. Okay, sige. I-stop ko na yung recording na to.